Good evening, sir.
How are you?
How are you, sir?
Perfectly all right. Perfectly all right.
Happy New Year, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Same to you. Same to you. So, how's your PG going on?
It's going great, sir. I'm enjoying my clinical duties here.
Okay. 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 So, have you started writing your synopsis?
Yes, sir. We'll be doing it towards the end of this semester. It'll
Okay.
be around March, so I think towards the end of January, maybe.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So, have you started writing some reviews or something of that sort?
Yes, sir. We keep doing that every now and then.
Okay. Okay.
Sir, I sent a case report to the gynae conference that was held, no, last year in, I think, Chennai.
Oh, it was in Kerala.
Kerala, yes, sir, that one.
Mhm.
But we couldn't go there because it was internship going on back then. So no leaves were there. So
I was at Kerala, and
yes, sir.
this year also I was at the this Gadwasu.
Gadwasu. Yes, sir.
And that Sonal there. That was
Yes, sir.
great. Okay, let us admit. Um, so welcome everyone, and welcome Dr. Shreya uh, from Bihar Animal Science University and the uh, team member of a premier team member, I must say, of GNP Sir Classes. Rather, I should not call her a team member. She is a part of GNP Sir Classes, rather. So I welcome Dr. Shreya to this webinar, and uh, many of them now have to fill their choices for the seat allotment in the college of their choice. And so I thought we should interact with you, and we should know, although you have previously also told about it, but since now it's the right time, so I think they will be benefited by what you guide them for the choice filling, right? So
Yes.
most of them are willing to listen to you, and I officially invite you to give your suggestions on what care one should take while filling a choice for the admission to certain colleges or certain departments or whatever it is. So, uh, Dr. Shreya, kindly.
Thank you so much, sir, for inviting me. It's always very uh, great to be able to help my juniors through your platform. I am more than delighted to be a part of your team. So, hello everyone. I hope you are doing good, not panicking over this counseling procedure, rather, just being all positive about everything for your future. So, introducing myself, I am Dr. Shreya Tiwari, and I'm pursuing my postgraduate from Bihar Veterinary College, Patna, in the Department of Veterinary Surgery and Radiology. And I scored a rank of 77 last year in the veterinary science stream in the exam that you guys just gave. And uh, I had to find many ways to decide which college is right for me, and I could do that. And so I feel that I can share some of my experiences to help you guys as well. So, first of all, I just want to mention how important this choice filling is for you people, because many times students don't realize that, yes, it is a matter of like fate. You may get what is on your luck, but more than that, it is also some homework that you can do to fill the right choices or right sequence of colleges. The ones that you know about are always the most elite colleges. You just know the good and bad, but you do not actually know the details of every college or every department, how good that is in one, how good that is in the other. You don't have the exact knowledge of that, based on which you can't decide, um, to rank every college specifically at one position. You would just go for IVRI Garvasu at the top, and some distant colleges, like distant from your home at last, and then you would just vaguely place any college in the middle. But I am here to help you with that. Please don't do that. And because let me make it very clear, because I researched everything for the clinical subjects that I was interested in. So I'll be most helpful to the people who are trying to avail for clinical subjects and not uh, paraclinical also. But I think animal science, I have a little idea because of my friends that I saw while we were, talking to people, deciding over choices of colleges. So I can help you a little there, but not much. So first of all, I want to state a few things that you should first of all be very sure that you want to go for PG. Okay, because sometimes people get like tired after UG, they're not very sure of PG and all of that. So be sure of it, and then only you'll be able to actually give your best to, be working well for this counseling procedure. Secondly, those people who are sitting here with us and have scored really high rank, let's say for clinical, if you have scored like 30 or 40 rank, you do not need to worry so much, because all the top ranking colleges that you know about, you are going to get it. So for you, choice filling is not much of a homework to do. And for the ones who are like really, on the backside, they have poor ranks. Like, let's say if you are like 400 or 500, or maybe for clinical, if you are like 250 or something in the overall general category, then I would say it will be better for you to be going for mop up round rather than this counseling. Skip this counseling, because if you go for this counseling and you do not get a good college, then you won't be eligible for mop up round as well. And sometimes mop up round is like magic. You end up finding those seats that you didn't expect would go empty in the primary counseling itself. So for you, especially, that is my suggestion, because I saw many of my friends doing that last year, and it helped. So, as you already know, I think you all would have already read the brochure. That is a very important step. Please go through the brochure yourself and do not make any mistakes while entering your data in the form, or, in the understanding of the counseling procedure. You should know that like the first counseling goes in a way that they will have 4 stages, or let's say 3 stages sometimes. And after that will be another registration for another round, that is the mop up round. And the ones who have already participated in the first counseling and were allotted something and did not take that up, thinking that they might get something better in the mop up round, they will not actually be allowed to register for mop up round. These are some basic things that you should have an idea of. About the whole counseling procedure, I would say it's like once you've already entered your data, please be very careful with the form filling and registration procedure, because last year um, the top ranker, rank one, could not actually participate in the counseling because of a very minor error that she made in the number of years of her degree, like duration. Instead of 5, she wrote 3, and that's how she was, even after getting a rank 1, she was eliminated from the procedure, the whole counseling of ICR. So please don't make such errors. People tell you to read brochure and enter every data very carefully all the time, but we ignore it, thinking that no, it won't happen with us, right? But it can happen with you. So please take that as an example, learn from someone else's experience, and be very careful while you're entering the data. Okay, moving on. The counseling procedure. Once you've entered everything, you've registered for the process, then you will be asked to upload all the documents. Please upload right document in the right place. Don't be very casual about it, because it's a tiring process. I know there are tens of documents that you have to
Aima,
upload,
Purval.
but please make PDF for everything already and upload it in the right place very slowly, like very carefully. Okay. Because when the college that you have been allotted checks those documents, and even though you were eligible for the college, but they do
अन्य
not
तुम्हें ज्वाइन करता है
receive
TikTok
the
पर
they don't receive the right document, you'll be in
ये
trouble.
तो
You'll be eliminated, and they won't give you a chance of rectifying that. Okay.
ये रे
So please take that into your notice. So the process is like, after registration, you upload your documents, then you fill your choices. Then in the first round of counseling, you are shown that you have been allotted this college. And at the same time, the college also receives your name as the student that has been allotted to that college. After you have already been allotted that college, now the college is going to check your documents. And at this point, if they find any mistake in your document, also that one point that if your degree is not complete, to that specified time that was mentioned in the brochure, I think 15 December or so, they will not take you. So please do not go for any such errors. Okay. And then you'll be eliminated from the whole counseling procedure. So after that, the college verifies your documents, and then you get a display that you are eliminated from the counseling. It does not mean that you are not eligible for that college and you can go to the second step of counseling. It's not like that. You are eliminated from the whole process. So please be very careful about it. Okay. Uh, Now, coming to the choice filling. So as I've already said, you know the top colleges. You also know the bottom colleges, perhaps. Now, how to decide which one is your choice? Like, if you have come here to this chat or to this meeting thinking that I'm going to display to you a whole chart of clinical science, and I'll tell everybody to, copy paste the same choice filling, that is not so, because every person has different priorities. I can tell you what are the points that you need to look at to decide, to choose on the basis of your priorities. But Your choice list is something that you'll be making on your own. Okay, so I'll tell you what the factors are that you should look at and how to study more about a college. Okay, I know we are short of time, but you still have 2 days and you can do your homework even in one day. So try doing that. Use that one day completely. Okay. So, first of all, read the brochure. Okay. After that, to decide the college, first of all, understand your priorities. Ask yourself, question yourself. Okay. What are the factors that you need to consider? See, there are two types of factors that you need to see when you're choosing a college: professional and personal. Professional, that talks about only your work satisfaction. Like, um, sometimes people are after a college that we just need a good college. We can compromise the subject that we like. Okay. Because these people believe that perhaps they are going to go, let's say, in academic sector or for professorship. And there, obviously, if you have IVRI in your CV, they will take you up immediately. That's what happens. That's why most of our teachers are like from IVRI, PG, PhD, something. So there is this mentality in our group of people, no, that if we want to become a professor, then just take any subject from the elite most colleges. So one can be that. But if you want to be a practitioner, you don't need to think this way. You can just go for a college which has a good skill set, which will help you with the skill set. They might not do a good research, maybe not a lot, or maybe they are not very good in the name, but they will provide you the skill set that you need for your future clinical establishment, let's say. Okay. So one factor is whether you want to go for your course or you want to go for your college. If your choice is college, that's very easy. You can just ask anybody which college is better, which is more renowned, and you will be able to frame your choice list very easily. But if your subject is clear, then I'll suggest you to please look into the details of how that department is in every college. Like, I wanted surgery, so I studied, I talked to a lot of people. Luckily, I was in contact with a lot of people from colleges over all over India. So I spoke to all of them. Like, I messaged 60 people in a day and got replies from them. I just asked them, don't tell me your college is good or bad. Just tell me how surgery department is there, whether the teachers are going to teach us, whether the teachers like strength is huge there. Because sometimes some colleges have only 2 or 3 people in a department. That way, you can imagine that teachers probably would not be very available in the clinic itself. So who's going to teach you, right? And as far as theoretical portion is concerned, PG is not something where you are taught by people. Practice obviously is taught by them, but theoretical part you have to do on your own because in UG you've already gone through the basics via your teachers' classes. Okay, so for paraclinical people, those who are looking for paraclinical or even non-clinical animal science also, for you guys, um, you don't need to think whether the teachers are good or bad because they're not going to teach you anyway. You are going to do most of it on your own because you are a PG student now, not a UG student. Your concern should be whether they're going to develop your skill set or whether the research is good there or not. So, priorities, as I said, uh, first of all, decide which one is important for you, college or subject. Okay. I could not compromise with subject. I could do it for college. So I chose it for myself, despite whatever the people used to tell me. Okay. Secondly, um, you need to decide whether you are going to the academic sector or some private jobs. Okay. If it's the academic sector, your research is definitely very important. So you need to ask people, whoever you are talking to, whether in their college there are funds for with the, some project is going on in that department or not, so that you can be a part of that project, and so automatic fund problem will be solved. There will be funds for your research there, and it won't be a problem at all. Okay, so you need to do a good research and you need to question that area. When it comes to Ivera and Era, they are research institutes, and obviously they will be able to give you the best research topics and fundings and everything. But when you are in the middle, I'm talking about the ranks like me. I could not get surgery Ivera at 77, obviously, but doesn't mean that I could not understand what things were like in the rest of the colleges, which were for me. So I would ask people, how is it in your college? How is the department in your college? Whether it was Rajwas or Jabalpur or Palampur or Patna. I talked to all of these people and I asked very specific questions instead of just asking how surgery is there in your college or how is your college good or bad. I would ask them whether there are both kind of animals, pets and large animals, whether your college is set up in rural area or urban area. Because if it's urban, obviously you won't find a lot of cows, buffaloes. Okay. If it's rural, you won't find a lot of pets, dogs and cats. Okay. So some people are very specific that they are going to, live in city and have their own clinic, and they'll be canine specialist. So you can go to a place which is which does not have a lot of population from the ruminant side. Okay. So that is how you can decide. This is also one factor that you should be asking for. Next, I would ask them if there are enough people in the department so that there are enough teachers to talk to and learn better. So there were quite many in Patna. It's like 7 people in a department, so it's good. Secondly, I would go for resources. Do they have enough machines in the department? Is there enough resource there? So that is also one that you can ask. Like Jabalpur has CT scan. Okay. And many of the other colleges do not. Like Mathura has ophthalmology unit separately. So obviously eye surgeries are really good there. Okay. So things like that you should know about. We know everything about IVRI and like other elite colleges, Garvasu. We would, even if we don't know anything, we would just expect that, yeah, this will obviously be available there. But we don't know anything about the other colleges other than that. So when you talk to people from that college, you can do it. You can know better. Okay. So decide whether research is more important for you or skill set is more important for you. You can choose on that basis also. Decide whether you're going for canine practice or maybe for ruminants. You can decide on the basis of scholarship also. That is also a very important factor. Many people don't realize that scholarships are JRF and non-JRF. Okay. Even though you are going through ICR seat, you will be either on a JRF seat or a non-JRF seat. This is not known by you in the counseling or even after allotment. You get to know about this after admission into the college. So I get to see people who tell me that their basis of selection of the college is actually on the basis whether they are going to get a JRF seat or non-JRF seat, because money is important for them for some personal reasons. So they want scholarship. So they would tell me that they want 12.5 thousand per month and not 5,000 per month. And so want to get IVRI or the other central colleges like the one in Mizoram, Central Agriculture University, Imphal. So these are the ones that have JRF seat in every department. There is one JRF seat in every department, and rest are non-JRF. That's how it is in these colleges. So if you also target something like that, and you can compromise, you know, subjects and everything, and you just need scholarship, I would suggest you to go for IVRI and for Imphal, for NDRI. Okay. And one seat here and there is also available in Garbasu and Lovas. Here and there, I mean, by here and there, I mean they have a seat in a department, but the other departments might not have any JRF seats at all. Okay, so that's how it is for scholarship. So this is all the basis of selection on the professional end. On personal end, I would say you could consider fees. For many people, fees is very important because they say that after already reading for 5 years, 5.5 years, their family cannot afford another 2 years of study. Okay, so for them, fees is important. Like in Bihar, it's just 19,000. Okay, so I saw many people actually coming here because of the fees, although their ranks were good. Something like that happens. So that also can be considered. Other could be whether it's close to your home or not. Like for me, I would not fill any Northeast college or any South college because it's way too far from my home. And I'd already studied away from home for 5.5 years. So I did not do that for another 2 years. So it was my condition this time. And if it's for you also, please choose wisely. Another could be food issues, again, because of location change. If you are living in North and going to South or Northeast, you are definitely going to find a lot of food issues, cultural differences, things like that. So if things like that bother you, if you are that kind of person, if they bother you, please do consider your mental status. Please give that importance because PG is already very hectic. You have to do everything on your own in PG. It's not like UG that every other 60 students are also in the same boat as you. It's not like that. So you are responsible for your own good and bad here. So you'll already have a lot of stress. Do not add more to it. That's what my suggestion would be. Another is like internal environment, sometimes how people are there in that region, if you can go well with them or not. So I don't have issues with that thing mostly. So I did not have to think about these things. But sometimes people do. Okay. Sometimes language is a problem. Like because I was going for clinical sector, I would not choose the areas of South because I would not be able to take history, the most basic thing in clinic. I would not be able to take history from the localites there. I would not understand their language, and I'm not so good with different languages that I can learn it very easily in that place. And PG is just 2 years. When will I learn? When will I talk to them? So that's also a factor that you can consider, especially if you're going for clinics, because that will be, restricting you on the professional end as well, not just personal. Another could be hostel, especially for girls, I would say. There are many colleges now that do not have enough rooms to offer to girls because girls are now increasing in number. They are outnumbering boys now, okay, in veterinary. So there are shortage of rooms of hostels to provide to girls. Like I think Jabalpur itself is one of the examples. So it's a very good college, and you would go to that place. But then after going there, you might struggle with, where to live, where to not. You might not get a hostel properly. So please be careful about that. Um, Another could be city and village. There are colleges that are built in the city area. So they are like, they have a very good access of medical facilities or travel connectivity to your home. Okay. But some are in the village side. So they won't have those facilities very well. So if you are that kind of person, you want to be, full of resources around, you can choose that factor also to decide. Okay, so these are some personal and professional factors that you can consider and prioritize. And on that basis, now you can question the people you are asking for knowing better about every college that you are you expect yourself to be after counseling is done. Okay, so these are the factors that you can look at. I am just trying to divert your angle of thinking how to fill your choices of colleges. Okay, before this, you would just consider the fact that I want to go to a good college, or I just want to go to this college no matter what department I get. Or people would be like, oh, I got the last seat in surgery. Chalo, surgery mil gaya kam se kam. But you need to understand that maybe you're getting surgery in a place where you won't be able to learn much because maybe momentarily, maybe temporarily for 1 or 2 years, there are some, problems going on in that region. Maybe there's shortage of teachers. Maybe there are no species, like no population of a lot of canines, let's say, in that area. So things like that can restrict you later on. So suffering for 2 years, I think it's better to just do your hard work here itself for 2 days. It'll be better. Uh, so coming to the actual information. Okay, after prioritizing what is important for you, what is not, of all these factors that I discussed. After that, now when you want to select which college to go to, um, you can gain information on that college by talking to people who are actually there, not those who just have a slight idea. Please don't do that. Okay, people are like, yeah, I've heard from someone कि उधर तो ऐसा होता है. Don't do that. People misinform you sometimes. Talk to that very person who's sitting in your college, in that college. Like I used to talk to the fourth year students or the internship students to know how the clinical area is there in that college. Uh, because those students are the most active in clinics, so they can tell you all the good bad of that college, of that clinic. Okay, so you can do that. How can you do that? Simply because you are a part of a lot of common groups where people, because of this coaching system, right? You definitely, I'm very sure everybody is a part of a whole group where all the JRF aspirants were there together with you, getting informed, solving test papers, etc. Don't be hesitant, just go asking those people, is there anyone from Rajavas? Is there anyone from Palampur? I need to ask a few questions. Just do that. And you would feel that probably nobody else is going to reply, but they always do. One student is always replying to you. Okay, because that happened with me. I had contacts from every college, but not the very college that I was coming to, that is Patna. So my option was only to go to that group and shout, is there anyone from Patna? Can you please inform me about that? And I did get a reply of a very kind student, and he helped me a lot. Okay. He informed me everything, gave me a number of a PG student here, and that senior of mine helped me with how the research is going to be, how the resources are going to be here, whether it will be good or bad. I got a good insight to this place, and fortunately, everything was as I heard. Okay, so that happens when you talk to the right people. Don't be like you are talking to someone sitting in the north about a college that is situated in the south. And then when you reach there, you are like, oh, nothing matches. I heard something else and the situation is something else. So don't let that happen with you. Talk to the people who are there itself. I see so many people in this chat itself, in this meeting. Uh, you are, you don't realize the potential of this platform. There are people who probably are from that very college that you might get admission to in the future. So you can get insight of that college from those friends of yours. Make friends, talk to them, and talk to more and more people, talk to more and more seniors for their experiences, good or bad. They might tell you that, yeah, mujhse ye galti ho gayi counseling mein. I slipped this point in the counseling and, I would have done better if I knew better. You can talk to them and do not repeat the same mistake. Okay. So talk to more and more people. I know you don't have enough time now. That's why we did the first webinar way back. If you were a part of it, I am expecting you to already have done your homework. But even if you didn't do anything till now is also the time. Even one day is enough to give your best shot. Okay. So go and talk to people, realize which one is your potential college perhaps in the future, and talk to the people from that college. So coming to the actual information, I think I can tell you the best for clinical. Okay, because I spoke to all of those 60 people that I spoke to, no, they informed me about overall clinical area and not just surgery. So I can tell you the choice list for that. So IVRI is the best one, obviously, and there is Gadvasu, equally important. Then there is Tanuvas, there is Mathura, there is Lovas, then there would be Bikaner, Rajuvas, then there would be Mumbai, there is Pantnagar, there is Palampur, Jabalpur, comes Orissa, Bihar. There is Assam and West Bengal. That is also a good college in the northeastern area. Okay. What I heard from people was that South, all the colleges in South are very good. But the problem is that in the counseling, you'll be displayed only the university and not the college. Okay. So your problem will be that you are filling in the choice for a university which may have probably 3 seats in that department. And you, if have a lower rank, like a poor rank, you may be thrown to a unit which is not as good as the primary unit of that university. Let's say in MAFSU, if I talk about, uh, in MAFSU, there are 5 colleges, as far as I know. And last time they offered 5 seats from surgery in that university. But when I called to that college, like to that university, before filling in the choice, I called them and I asked them how many of your seats are in the Mumbai unit itself. Because what I knew was that Mumbai is good in clinical, but rest of the colleges are not as good. Okay. So I spoke to them beforehand to decide which place MAFSO is going to get on my choice list. Because on the basis of Mumbai, I would place it on very top. But my rank is 77. I may not get Mumbai. A person who's holding 30 or 40 rank would get Mumbai. Then I would be probably going to the other units, which are not as good. Okay, apparently not as good. So I spoke to those people and they told me that, yeah, we have provided 1 seat in every college and we're not going to shuffle it ahead. But there were some people who said that we'll shuffle it, like the ones in Rajuvas. They had 2 seats and there were 3 colleges. And they told me that, yes, we will transfer both the seats in Bikaner if the students desire that. And there won't be any in Jaipur. Okay. So things like that happen. Please consider that very, very important factor. You need to realize that you are filling in for the university and not for the college. Okay, so one insight that you can get into this is by talking to the people on the like just go and search for the main website of that university and find a number and ask those people where you are going to distribute these seats exactly. And they will tell you. Same was with Nanaji Deshmukh University as well. They gave 1 seat in Jabalpur, 1 seat in Maho, and 1 seat in Rewa. That happened. Okay. So I've already mentioned the list to you guys. Okay. Then university display is done. Second, I would tell you, um, after the choices, yes, please go to the seat matrix and count the number of seats in every choices. Like if I say I have filled IVRI surgery, Gadvasu surgery, then MAFSU surgery. Now I'll be calculating. Okay, IVRI surgery, 3 seats. Gadvasu surgery, 2 seats. Mafsu surgery, 5 seats. That's like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 seats are done. Okay. And my rank is 10. So I am done now. I'll be filling only 3 options because that makes up 10 seats. And now, even if all the people above me take these options, I'll still have one left. Okay. So that's what you can try doing. At least if your rank is like within 100, I think you can calculate options up to 100. I calculated up to 77, and it was like 40 options on the choice list. 40 colleges were there. So what I did was um, I filled this list: Aigar, Aigar, Vasu, Tanvas, Lavas, Bikaner, all of that. Surgery, 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 surgery. Then I repeated the same list and added medicine, 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 medicine because that was my second option. Then I repeated the same list again because I still could not get 77 seats. And after that, pharmacology, pharmacology, pharmacology. That was my third option for subject. And as soon as the seat count was 77 exact, I did not go for any further choice filling. So you can try doing that. That way you will not be missed on any, like it won't be like there won't be any chance that you don't get any seat at all. Okay. So that is what you can do for a safer side. And besides that, I think, yeah, I think that's all. That is all from my side. Yes, one more thing. If you feel like you are not getting much from this counseling, please don't be disheartened because there are many other ways to get into the colleges that you desire. Like there are exams happening. Pantnagar conducts its own exam. West Bengal also conducts its own exam. Okay, so you can go for Mizoram also conducts its own exam. And there are colleges that have their own forms. They will take you on your scores of JRF, but they have their own forms. What these colleges are going to do is that in the state seats, the state quota seats that they have, they provide like 5% or 10% of seats for the other state people as well. And that way you can enter that college. Like Bikaner, I think Rajuvas offers 5% of seats for the other people on the state quota seat. State quota, that is meant for only the Rajasthan people, but they offer 5%, like open for all. But that can only happen, you can only get that seat when you actually fill their form. So please be very active on the websites of these colleges. Okay, Palampur also does the same. They also release their form. If you fill the form, then after the JRF counseling is done, they will start their own counseling, which will be offline. It is not online. You'll have to go to that college. You will have to take that much of chance. You might travel that far. Your money will be, spent, but you might not get seat. That is also a problem, and because of which many people back out on this even after filling in the forms. But sometimes they get it. I mean, um, a person with a rank of 40 would get Bikaner, but through that form on the state quota seat, a person with a rank of 73 or 75 got it. Surgery, I'm talking about. So there's a huge difference. So please understand that. There are some other ways also that you can get a good college. Okay. So please don't be disheartened if this one doesn't work for you. And besides this, yeah, I think now I'm done. If there is any specific questions from you guys, I am ready for it. Let's take your questions and queries. Is there anyone?
Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
Ma'am, I got All India 19th rank, and I am
Congratulations, Appu.
thank you. And
Hmm.
ma'am, I am hoping ki northeast me, northwest like Palampur ho gaya, Kadwasu and Hisar
Which
surgery only.
department do you want, Upwin?
surgery, ma'am, so that I can
You'll get
मतलब
it very
hand practice
easily.
चाहिए.
You'll get it very easily. In fact,
So
you
ma'am,
can get
can
Gadwasu also
you
at 19.
recommend ki where hand practice is very good? Like
I
they give you chance to do surgery on animals.
Yes, okay, this is also a factor. So when I was asking people about it, no, I found a few things. Okay, I'll share it with you, Upwan. Although I think you should not be worrying about choice filling so much. Just first or second option that you fill on the screen will be yours. I think you will. It'll be good if you go to Gadwasu or Mathura. IVRI you know about already, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Um,
Yes.
yes, the hands-on that you're talking about. See, what happens is that when you have a lot of teachers in that department, you get to see a lot of surgery in the best way possible. There are people to teach you, but yes, you are mostly just assisting them. But this is not a bad option. Even if you're assisting them, trust me, after 2 years, when you are like in a private practice area, let's say, and you are given your first, solo surgery, you'll be able to do it. So don't consider that as a drawback because obviously, wherever there are less teachers and students have to do everything on their own in the clinic. So they have a good hands on, but they miss out on the guidance part. Okay. And if there are a lot of teachers to guide you, but then your hands-on will be a little compromised because they are doing the most of the surgeries. It is something that is in the setup of that clinic itself, so you can't help it. But I think both of them are good. You just have to suit yourself. Even if you get to do like 1 or 2 surgeries in 2 weeks or 1 month, let's say, like solo surgery I'm talking about, it is okay in PG because if you're going to a private sector after that, a clinic that you're going to join after that, they are going to teach you anyway, no matter where you come from or how many surgeries you've done. If you're a fresher, they're going to train you for 6 months or so. They will not allow you to touch anything anyway. It won't be like your first day of job and you are cutting people, I mean animals, okay?
Yes.
It's not like that. So it doesn't matter. You'll be trained there anyway in their own style. Every clinic wants their own style of working. And they'll train you anyway, no matter what you've learned in your college or not. So, still, if you want an insight to this area, I'll tell you. See, it's about the number of teachers and about the number of students. Like in Jabalpur, there are 13 people in 1 year in PG. So
Yes.
when there are 13 people in the PG first year, then 13 in the PG second year also. What do you think? How many people are going to get a chance on the surgery when teachers already are doing it? I think they won't get to assist also very well, right? Let alone the whole surgery part. So that is a factor. You can look for how many students are there in PG. When you are questioning people around, you can ask them if there are enough students or not. In Palampur, I would say Palampur is famous for its USG, etc. That they do a very good X-ray USG thing. And yes, they're also the same problem. There's not enough free hand that you're going to get, but you'll get to assist. And Palampur also has a huge population of people in PG. So that's why the form thing happens there. No, they have a form and they have a lot of seats for people. So that also shares the same story. That was one reason of me coming to Patna actually, because here only 4 students are there, like it should be, like it is in most of the colleges. So we get a chance to assist at least properly. Every surgery we are assisting. But when there are 13, 14 people, you can only imagine how many people are getting to get into the OT itself. You won't be
Yes, ma'am.
getting into the OT every day. You know? So that is a factor. But I think at the rank of 19, you should not be worrying so much. Still, if you want to get a clear
Ma'am,
insight,
Hisar is better or Mathura? Luwaz.
Hisar, I have heard Lovas is very nice. Mathura is also nice because now they have, you'll get everything in Mathura, like hands-on bhi hai, ophthalmology unit bhi hai, teachers bhi hai. But Lovas is like, it was good forever in the past also. Mathura is like recently developed. So it's up to you. You can choose on the basis of, let's say, which one is closer to your home. Or
Yes.
if you are confused between these two, let's say, Lovas and Mathura, why don't you talk to people from these places? You can get numbers on the group and talk to
Oh,
just these two people. Okay, only Mathura and Lovas. Talk to them. Since they are the internship students, they will let you know very detail what the clinic looks like. Okay. Talk to them and decide. You have one day
yes, ma'am.
for it. You can do it easily, right? Okay, all the best.
We have more
Thank
questions.
you.
Yeah, tell me.
Kartike, he have raised the hand. You can ask your question.
Kartikeya, please unmute
Hello, good
yourself.
evening, ma'am. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Good evening.
Yeah, Happy New Year, first of all, to all of you, all the veterinarians present here. Ma'am, first of all, I would like to ask one question that as the factors that you mentioned that will help us get a good college, I recently happened to know that many of the colleges are not able to participate in the round of counselings that are going to happen on 15th of January. So, ma'am, do you have any information about what all colleges are shortedly out of the counseling procedures
It's
this
very
year?
easy to find out. Your seat matrix will tell you. All the
Okay, okay.
colleges that are available there, no, they are a part of the
Yeah.
counseling.
No,
And if it
ma'am,
is not displayed there,
many people are
yeah,
not able to get degrees before 15th of January.
yes, that one you know about it. See, last time it happened for the first time that
Yeah,
none of the colleges got their degree, like the fresh
yeah,
most batch, like
yeah,
the 2018 batch. Okay.
yeah,
None of them had gotten their degree, and our counseling happened in October. The first one to get their degree was Nagpur College. That was on 1st or 2nd November. Okay.
mm,
So that was a problem at the end of the ICR team because it's an agriculture body. They do not realize that veterinarians are actually reading for 5.5 years and not 5 years. And them
yeah,
conducting all the counselings together, whether agriculture or veterinary, okay, that is not going to help us because we are like 6 months away from those people. Okay, so that's
yeah,
why this problem arises every year. And last time it was too much and it was noticeable because none of the colleges had passed their students out, the fresh batch.
yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
so what happened last year was we students who were like top 100 students, um top 100 rankers, all of us spoke to each other on the groups and we make made a single group to discuss this problem so that none of the high rankers are at least eliminated from the counseling. So that was our initiative. What we did last year was we made that group, we discussed how to solve this problem, who to ask to, and everyone decided that we'll go to our respective colleges, deans and VCs, and registrar, and we'll talk to them about this problem. That if you know anyone from the ICR team who releases the brochure saying that anybody who's not passed out already in October will not be getting the seat. That's what the brochure said last time. Okay. And we
Yes,
realized none of the fresh batch had passed out till October. None of them. Okay, because I was in Pantnagar and we were passing out in on January on December 15. Okay, December 15 was our date, and before us was Nagpur. That was in November. Only these 3-4 colleges were there who were actually passing out in December. But besides that, all the other colleges were going up to February or March, or maybe July also, if I consider the South people. So when we realized this, we thought that definitely the governing body is at fault. And if we just bring this to their notice, they will realize that error and rectify it. So we didn't know how to speak to those people. And so we went to our deans and registrar, and some of them helped. Okay. Some of them gave a good reply. They said that they knew people from VCI, from ICR, and they will talk to them. After they spoke to them, what happened was that ICR said that whatever is written in the brochure, once we have already allotted the student to the college, it is up to the college whether they're going to take the student or not. We are not concerned with whether they are following what is written on the brochure or not. So they indirectly gave the permission to the college that we'll just allot the student to you. Now it's up to you whether you take them or not. So before that notice, IVRI people were saying that we are the central body and we have to follow everything that is written on the brochure. So they said that even if our seats are going to go empty this whole year, we will not be taking any student beyond this, against this rule. Okay. But once we spoke to those people in ICR and they gave this statement, the IVRI people and the NDRI people, they agreed on the terms that, okay, October pass out, if you are not an October pass out, it's fine. But if you are a pass out before our college session starts, like IVRI was beginning their PG on 1st Feb. So they said, if you have a degree before 1st Feb, we'll take you. So that was a mutual discussion. ICR said that we are leaving it between the college and the students itself. And because this problem happened last year, that's why they have clearly mentioned 15 December this time. Because they know that there are 3 to 4 colleges who actually pass out on this very day. So we tried doing that last year. If you want to give it a shot, you can go with this also. But I think this is not going to work this time because last time we could say to those people that as per this rule, nobody will be admitted to any college, none of the fresh batches. But this year you can't say that because there are many colleges who are passing out on December 15th. So probably they will just, not agree to this, which you are proposing to them. And I think another factor that I can say is that these central colleges, no, they are more bound to follow everything, but the others probably will agree to take you despite your delayed degree, like delayed from December 15, but at least you are before their session starts. You are passing out before their session starts. So what you can do is to talk to these people specifically. Actually, I was sick last year and my degree was extended for a month. So every Pantnagar student was passing out on December 15, but I passed out on January 15. So for me, I had to make some calculations. So whatever colleges I expected myself to go to in the counseling procedure, I called them and I asked them whether you're going to take me or not if my degree is on January 15th. And they were like, yeah, our college is starting in February, our college is starting in March, so we'll take you. And the ones that were starting in January, they said, we are going to reject you. So what I did was I did not fill those colleges at all in my choice list because I know they'll reject me anyway. And that way I will not be able to go to that college also, which probably is going to take me because they've already given a word on that. So these colleges could promise, I realized that time that these colleges, which are not the central colleges, no, like IVRI, NDRI, Central Agriculture University, they can do things beyond these rules that are set by ICR probably. But the ones in IVRI, NDRI, they go a lot by the rules. So they probably are not going to listen to you. So what you can do to just be sure is to realize which choice you are actually going to be allotted to, and you can talk to that college. If you have any doubts with like degree and session alignment and anything, just ask them, call them and ask them that I am getting my degree on this date. This is my rank. I probably will be admitted to your college, like allotted to your college, but will you admit me also? Ask them just to be sure. If they say no, then please don't fill that at all in your choice list. Just don't fill that option because you'll be eliminated very badly from the counseling. Okay, so that is one thing you can do.
Thank you.
We have next out. Some students actually like they are asking that, hello ma'am, who is paraclinical subject for physiology, anatomy, parasitology? We can opt for Bikaner or Pantnagar or Luvas or Gadwasu?
I think when it comes to paraclinical subjects, it's not about college. Obviously, you can ask for the research area, whether they have, you can ask whether this college has a project going on in this department. Like if you want parasitology in Pantnagar, you can try contacting the Pantnagarian and ask them whether there is a project going on in parasitology so that you end up with a very good research. Okay, that can be done. But otherwise, as far as teachers and skill set is concerned, you don't need to, talk much about how good or bad the department is when it comes to paraclinical. So much work has to be done on the clinical end, but paraclinical is pretty much the same everywhere. Some of the colleges are very famous for their paraclinical departments. Like Mathura is very famous for its pharmacology. So if anybody wants pharmacology, I think Mathura is the best option for you. And then I remember Pantnagar had a very good public health. Sir and Patho also, Sir R.S. Chauhan was there to teach us. In public health also, there was Sir Upadhyay teaching us. So I think, yes. So,
Chauhan is retired now.
yes, sir, he's retired. And similarly, Jabalpur also had Sir J.L. Vegad. So their patho was also very famous back then. So there are factors like this which may define the department because of the teacher itself. But I think in the work or skill set or like research area, there's not much difference that you can delineate. But yes, you were talking about parasitology and anatomy and physiology, right?
Yes.
So I think rather than asking for which college is good for this department or not, you can choose among the departments, like whether you want to go for parasitology or anatomy or physio. To decide that, you can ask which job options you'll be having with these things in the future, and how many of them have like professor seats available. Like I think when I was in UG, I used to listen from people that there is a lot of vacancy in the extension sector because people were not opting extension for a really long time. So there is a lot of vacancy in the professor area of extension. So there was a lot of students getting into extension the next year because they were thinking that by the time they complete the PhD, there will be immense number of seats available for, professorship in extension. So that is also a criteria to decide which one to opt, which subject will be good for you. So I think future scope is more important in the paraclinical sector. As far as I know, pathology is good in the private sector. Then there is pharmacology because that links you with the MBBS part also, because you'll be making medicines for both the species now, humans, animals, all. Okay, so that is also very good. Microbiology is good, but then you will have competition, direct competition from the people who have done BSc micro, life sciences students. So there is a lot of crowd there. So micro is that kind. Parasitology people, all I have heard about it is that they have a lot of scope in the self lab setups. That works good in the parasitology part. So that is probably their future scope. So on the basis of future scope, you can choose your subject. Obviously anatomy and physiology are not having much in the private sector or anything like that. Only for ARS, for academics, for professorship, it'll be good. So choose on that basis. There's not much of a question on the college part, as far as I know.
We have some more questions. One of the major questions that is coming in students' mind, because we are facing this thing, like, as ma'am, we have very, like, less rank, like 500, 2000
Hmm.
rank. We have very
Yeah.
less score, below 200 score. In that case, it's
Hmm.
like we know that we don't get any clinical subject. We might be getting paraclinical subject. So, how to increase the chance of getting a good paraclinical subject in the reputed colleges, and how to and which subject to give preference?
Um, okay, see which subject to give preference. I had this friend of mine who was 12 All India rank last year, but still took up microbiology in IVRI. Many people told her not to take it. Many people told her to go for surgery and things like that because she'll be a rich person when she does that, okay, in the future. And probably will not give her much. But she was very firm on her, liking towards that subject. I saw her struggle while she was filling the choices because she just could not leave micro. She was in love with the subject and just wanted to go for it. But people were just telling her that you will probably regret this option later. And she couldn't do it. She went for micro only. So I am no one to suggest you which subject to go for. Yes, on the basis of future scope, I can tell you that obviously clinical subjects will offer you a lot of scope. After that, there is pharmacology, pathology, parasitology will allow you to have your own lab in the future, and public health will allow you to go out, abroad, and one health sector will offer you a lot. But besides that, rest of the subjects I'm not very sure of. Extension will link you with some government sectors very easily. So that is also good because there is a lot of vacancy again, as far as I know. So, future scope, I can tell you, and many other seniors that are actually sitting in that very course can tell you, in that very department, can tell you what their future now is after doing PG from that course, from that department. But whether you're going by the future scope or you're liking towards that subject, that is your choice to make. So, please decide on that basis. Even if surgery has a lot of scope in the future, if you are scared of blood and cutting skin, obviously you will not make a good future of it, even if you have a good rank, right? So don't go by what people say so much. Also, think as per your liking towards the subject. Whether you can picturize yourself in that future scope that people are talking about. Please think that way also. And yes, one thing that I can help people with here is that I can tell you for clinical, for general category, up to what rank, which college you can get. So if you are general category, you get IVRI, Gadvasu, Tanuvas, Lovas, up to like 40 ranks. Mumbai also. Then you get Bikaner, Mathura, up to 50 rank. Palampur, Jabalpur, up to 60, 70 rank. Sometimes there are, exceptional cases like last year. Someone left after getting allotted to Jabalpur, and then the seat upgradation happened, and now a person at the rank of 83 got Jabalpur. And year previous to that, a person with the rank 49 got Jabalpur. So that can also happen. But go by the rough figure. So 4950 is for Jabalpur. Okay. After that, around 70, 80, you start getting Orissa surgery or Patna surgery. Okay. Then towards 18, 90, you'll be getting Assam, West Bengal, Mizoram. Okay, Mizoram bhi nahi. Mizoram is like 150 or something. Assam, West Bengal will be available. Then Meerut, Ayodhya will be somewhere around 100, 120. Then around 150, you'll be getting Jammu Kashmir, Shere Kashmir, all of that. So this is how the rough figure goes for surgery specifically. A little lower to that is gynae. Like if Gadwasu gets surgery at around 30 rank, gynae is around 50 rank. So a little lower to that. And then medicine is quite lower to that. Like first rank will be getting IVRI surgery and 20 rank will be getting IVRI medicine. Something like that. Sixth rank, seventh rank will be getting IVRI gynae. So that's how the sequence goes. So this is the rough figure. And if you have a rank of 200, 250, you can get the paraclinical subject of very good colleges like public health in Gadwasu was somewhere around towards 200. Okay, so things like that happen. So on that, in this rough sketch, you can probably fit yourself somewhere with the subject and college of your choice. Okay.
Shreya, I am intercepting. Kindly provide
So,
some insights for the animal science stream students also. Some
okay.
what you think.
Okay. So
Maybe
I
you have not researched it, but what do you think about that?
yes, I do not have my own first-hand experience into the knowledge for this animal science sector, but my roommate ranked 5 in animal sciences, and she still was confused about which subject to take, which college to take, and she spoke to a lot of people. And from her experience, I realized that there were some suggestions, and I'll just make something out of it. Okay, I'm going to tell you those. So one was obviously IVRI, NDRI is the topmost. There were some people who told her that if she's taking up nutrition, it's okay. But if she's taking up AGB, she should go for NDRI because in IVRI there are not much classes, but in NDRI they take classes very strictly. They are very strict about time, and there is a lot of work to do in the coursework area also. Like the first year is your coursework and the second year in PG is your research work. So in the coursework, that is very hectic. They actually go at 9 and come back at 5 o'clock. They are reading the whole time. Just like in UG, the classes were held very strictly. Similarly, it happens in NDRI even now in PG. So they suggested her because AGB is not very easy to understand, especially stats. So better to go to NDRI to learn better. And in PhD, you can come back to IVRI because now you've already gained all the knowledge. But in PG, you go to NDRI. That's what they taught her, my own seniors from Pandnagar who were there in IVRI and NDRI. Okay, so one I can tell you on that. Okay, first of all, let's talk about subjects. So in animal science, you know the topmost are nutrition and AGB. The top rankers will either take up nutrition or they'll take up AGB. Now, a clear distinction to make between these two subjects is that nutrition is going to offer you a lot in the private sector. Definitely, it will be a marketing area job, but you will have an option there in the private sector as well. But in AGB, there is not much. Like you would not want to see yourself as a breeder, maybe. And sometimes if you do, that's good for you. So AGB is acquired with the highest ranks, but in the private sector, you probably won't have much to do if you are a genetics person. But in the ARS, They did have seat till last year. Now they are exhausting their seats in the ARS sector also. So AGB is kind of a compromised situation now, because your only option was ARS and professorship. But as to what people say, like the seniors in the genetics department itself, they say that the seats there are also exhausting now, because constantly in the past years, people had been taking up AGB with the highest ranks and then acquiring those jobs. So even the private sector is nil, and this area also. That's what she told me. But she still took AGB, so I don't know what to interpret from that. Uh, but nutrition obviously clearly will have a lot of scope in the private area. Always. It will not be exhausted ever. Secondly, I heard that poultry science was an emerging field and LPM was next. So what they told her was that LPM and poultry science were next after nutrition and AGB. But the problem with LPM is that there is a lot of physical work required, and so men are preferred more over women. That's what they told them. And for poultry science, because it's such a fresh stream, there is a lot of vacancy, a lot of job options. So a lot of people are getting inclined towards poultry now. I think it makes sense to take poultry up rather than the other subjects like AGB. That's what my opinion is. But please go and talk to the people who are actually in that department. Okay. And the rest of the subjects in animal sector, I think they are all towards the, what do I say, professorship or ARS end. There is not much to do in the private sector with them. So extension, etc., you can go with them if you want, but you will be getting job from the professorship end only, I think, in that sector. So this is how they rank the departments in the animal science sector, as far as I know. And coming to colleges, IVRI, NDRI, almost equal. NDRI is more known for the animal science region, so I would keep NDRI above IVRI, let's say, for animal science people. Then Nagpur is especially known for their animal science sector because last year a lot of people had very high ranks, like rank 6, then 8, then 10, 15, 16. All of them were from Nagpur Veterinary College. And they had such good ranks in animal science sector. Meerut did very well in the veterinary science, but Nagpur did very well in the animal science sector, which would make you to believe that probably they have very good teachers in the animal science sector there. Okay. Another thing that you can decide here is that, like, if you are taking up LPM, you need to look for how good a farm does that college have. You can ask questions on that area. Like Pantnagar has a very good farm. South colleges are located in such an area that they have a very good farm and livestock population. Okay. Poultry is also rich there. So things like that are better there. So this is what my knowledge as far as animal science is concerned is. But I will suggest you to talk to more people who are from this sector to help you better in this area. So
Thank you. Any other question from Karul? Any specific question?
Hi, ma'am. Hi, ma'am. Good evening to all
yes.
participants. Myself, Dr. Manjunath, All India rank 76 I scored.
Okay.
With special interest on orthopedics.
Okay.
I graduated from KVFSU, Karnataka Veterinary Science University inside. And most of them, actually, I preferred South colleges. So, for hands-on experience on orthopedics, which college is?
Orthopedic you are talking about.
Yeah.
And your rank is 72.
76.
76. So you are close to my rank, right? And you will be desiring probably, I think, see, so your ideal question to talk to people is whether they have orthopedic surgeries going on or not. Because even I asked that. when I was looking for the best college for me. I used to ask them, eye surgery hoti hai, bone surgery hoti hai. I used to ask them whether orthopedic is happening and ophthalmology is happening, because soft tissue happens everywhere. And if ventilator is available, thoracotomy will also happen. But soft tissue, besides soft tissue, there is orthopedic and ophthalmo. That is the major. Okay, and spine surgery or brain surgery and heart surgery, obviously, we don't think about that in veterinary. So, yes, your first question should be orthopedic and ophthalmo. So, I think orthopedic is very well available in almost all the colleges now, but ophthalmo is still developing. Even in Patna, we have orthopedic happening on a daily basis. In Jabalpur also, in Palampur also, everywhere. In your region also, in the southern part, if you talk to people, you'll realize that these surgeries are happening. At least pinning, plating, they are a regular. Okay. So I think orthopedic is good everywhere. Ophthalmo is a question because they need to have an ophthalmology unit separately for it, which is available in Mathura, in Iverai, in Jabalpur also, and Tanvas also, I think. So yeah, that's how. And
Okay.
congratulations on your rank. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
Ma'am, I just filled my uh, that counseling,
Hmm.
and there was a thing that please give your transcript certificate. So I
Yes.
given my mark sheet transcript of all the years, and
You
there was
haven't
nowhere.
received your transcript yet? When are you
N-
passing out, or have you already passed out?
Nahi, I have received my transcript of all the years, and I have also received my PDC. But
Okay.
there is nowhere written in the counseling ki you have to give PDC. So I haven't given my PDC anywhere in the counseling.
PDC
So
you have to
someone was
submit
telling
later.
me,
Okay. PDC you have to submit later on 15th. Like
okay.
they will ask you whatever they ask to upload, you just upload that much only. PDC they will
Also
ask
one
later.
one of my good friend was saying ki you have to give PDC in with mark sheet attached. है ना? So I
I'll
was
tell you
confirming.
what
Thank you
happened
for your.
actually. Actually, last year there was a problem with us also. They had a list of documents which we could not track. They asked for mark sheet, they asked for PDC. Okay, so what we did was we made a combined folder of all the year mark sheets. So first, second, third, fourth. Okay, and along with that we added the PDC, and we made a combined folder, and we uploaded that PDF in all those document options. So what happens this way is that when the college receives those documents, they might get an extra document in that section, but at least they won't miss out on the one they were actually requiring. Okay, so Gaurav has a good knowledge for this year, so he knows better. But from my experience from last year, I would say if you have some confusion in which one to be placed where, you can make a common folder
Actually,
and
I
place all of
cannot
those
edit it
everywhere.
now. Na? I have submitted it and I can't edit it now. I
Okay,
can't
no
change it.
problem. What have
Uh,
you uploaded in which section?
Transcript they asked for transcript mark sheet, and I just submitted my transcript mark sheet of all the years, not PDC.
So they didn't ask for PDC and you didn't upload it.
No,
That is
no,
okay.
they didn't ask for PDC.
That is okay. That is not a problem. But you know what is transcript and what is mark sheet? Have you received
Yeah,
your transcript? See, mark sheet
transcript
is
is
one
like
that you get for the individual years, and
uh,
then there is a
yeah,
transcript, right? Combined with.
transcript all years combined.
So that
Yeah,
is one document that you are talking about, na?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
they asked for transcript and you uploaded that. That is okay. Okay.
Yeah,
That
no
won't
issue.
be a problem. Even if that is, you will get a chance to edit that. There will be an option later. So don't worry.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Oh, ma'am, we have next question. Please tell about people with 200 ranks. Is there possibility for IVRI in any subject under
Of course,
200 rank?
yes, there is a lot of possibility. I think micro IVRI starts from rank 130, and then there are like 12 seats there. So obviously, in the UR category I'm talking about, people under 200 obviously can get IVRI very easily. Okay, people with 100 rank and UR category get pharmacology in IVRI. So obviously, all the subjects lower to that are going to go up to 200 very easily. Okay, so and this is for UR. If you are in some special category, you can look at the seat matrix for your category and fill accordingly. Like if for ST category there are surgery seats only in 5 colleges, then fill only those 5 colleges. At least don't miss out on those so that you can be sure of what you are going to get. Okay.
Okay, I think we don't have much doubt. I think Shreya have um, expressed all the doubt. She have cleared, I think, all the
Ma'am,
doubt.
can you tell
Ye-
me about Rajua's college? It has like three colleges under, and where can I get out of these three colleges?
I think, sir, GNP can contribute this.
Yes.
Actually,
Rajavas.
Rajuas, you can talk to Rajuas people and you can inquire. Although last year they were very adjustable and they were ready to shift if somebody was not very willing to go to Navania College, they were ready to shift him or her to the Bikaner College. Actually, Bikaner College is a
Okay.
good one, but not for every subject. Not for every subject. I must say
For
like that.
surgery, for
Surgery
surgery.
is good. Surgery is good. Surgery is good, really good. Bikaner College is good. But Navania, there is no one for surgery. Although they have one seat, but there is no one to teach or no one to do any surgery also. Jaipur College, one or two people are there, but they are not that proficient, I think.
I think they
So,
only release 2 seats every year, 2 or 3 seats, and they are meant for Bikaner and Jaipur separately. But if you get admitted to Jaipur and you want to go to Bikaner, they shift both the seats to Bikaner itself. They're very good people. Okay. So open anyway, you have 19th rank, you don't need to bother so much. Even if you had 40 rank and you had filled Rajuvasna, you'll get the first seat only in surgery. So don't get so stressed
thank you,
about it.
ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do anybody have any doubt? Like anybody having
Ma'am,
like below rank?
can we get some information
Uh,
about veterinary?
Hi, ma'am.
Namakkal, ma'am.
Actually, I have one doubt regarding as per my rank 76, which college I can choose first in between Orissa and West Bengal surgeries, ma'am.
I think Orissa above West Bengal, as far as I know.
In
Okay.
Orissa, which college can I choose, ma'am?
The main
Hello.
unit, go for the main unit. I don't even know if the Orissa University has a lot of colleges. Does it? I knew only one
Odisha,
that
I
they
think
actually
they
offer
have
seat.
only one college
Yeah, they
for
have only
teaching.
one.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
So don't worry.
Okay. In West Bengal, ma'am?
In West Bengal also, just one.
One.
West,
Okay.
West Bengal only one college, and they have
Yeah.
very good reputation. The surgery department is good,
Yes.
and surgery is the only one
In the
department that is
northeastern,
been good.
yes. In the northeastern sector, Assam and West Bengal are both very good in the clinical part. Okay.
Okay. Okay, ma'am. Okay,
Ma'am,
thank
can
you.
we get to know about Department of Surgery in Namakkal, ma'am?
Sorry.
Department of Surgery in Namakkal College, under Tanwa.
Karnataka.
Namakkal,
Uh,
ma'am. Namakkal.
Namakkal.
I Where is it? I know
There is
state-wise.
some Uh, it's in this Tamil Nadu.
Tamil Nadu.
Yeah,
Namakkal.
South, no. I think the Chennai one is the most like renowned one, but the others, they are not, I'm not very well aware about those. Because whenever I asked about any state in the southern part, no, they used to tell me that in one state there are many colleges. Under one university, there are many colleges, and only one college is actually good. That is the main unit. So Chennai one is good. I think the other one is not as good. But if you think you will be getting that as per your rank, I suggest you to please talk to someone from that college.
Yes,
Just
that is important.
just raise a question on those common groups where you expect the students from that college to be, and ask very specifically whether surgery is good there or not, whether there are machines available, there are teachers available, and whether you get to do the surgeries on your own. Okay, ask specifically.
Ma'am,
Yes,
hello, good evening,
yes.
ma'am. Is there any possibility
Mhm.
to get Patho on 503 rank?
Pathology on 503. I think when you touch 500, okay, is this general category?
It's a OBC.
Okay, when it is categories with you, you can expect better. You can look for the seat matrix and try to figure out how many seats you have all in all for pathology, like all the colleges combined. Okay. And on that
Okay.
basis, if you see like there are only 20 seats or 30 seats, then I would suggest you to go for the mop-up round directly. See, before the mop-up round happens, you actually get a seat matrix, especially for the mop-up round. And then again, you'll be able to decide. Like last year, IVRI surgery, one seat was left, which never happens. But that seat was EWS category. And because that was a category seat, it was still empty. So all the students who were EWS applied immediately in the mop-up round. But they were wise enough to actually not be a part of the first round of counseling. They waited for mop-up and it worked for them. So I
It
think
means,
when you start touching 500, it is good to go to mop-up round directly, especially for category seats.
okay,
But also, see what happens. No, you can try going for the first round. If you get allotted pathology in, let's say, Kashmir, okay, and you want to quit, and someone got pathology in, let's say, Ayodhya in that very round, and they also quit. What happens next is that in the seat matrix for the next round of counseling, the mop-up round, there will be one seat empty in Ayodhya and at Kashmir both. And you both will not be eligible for this round anymore. So that's what
for
is
this
going to happen.
second round, ma'am, or all around?
For mop-up
Round 3,
round,
round 4.
because you quit your seat. You were allotted something and you left it, thinking that I'm going to go for mop-up round. So that is not going to work. If you don't get anything, which happens with 600 or 700 ranks, I would say. For 500 also, if you are aiming only at like the elite subjects, clinicals or pathology is the elite most and the paraclinical part. So if you're doing that, yes, you will not get anything in the first round probably, like the main counseling. So you'll still be allowed to become a part of the mop-up round. But if by chance you get the last option there, you get allotted, and now you don't want to take it and you leave it, then you won't be a part of mop-up round. So I think you should go directly for mop-up round.
Thank you.
All the best.
So, Gaurav, any more questions? I think it's very exhaustive, and I think most of the questions have been covered, and she has been kind enough to continue it for a very pretty long time. And I think if there are some more questions, regarding any petty query, they can just directly send it to you or to Shreya, and we can sort it out. What do you think? What do you say, Gaurav? Are you
Sir, I
there?
think yes, sir. I think it is enough, sir, because like
Yes.
the mind map uh, is provided by Ma'am Shreya, so I think it
Yes.
will be uh, like good enough, because like the way she explained about the surgery. So some students I have talked, like they want micro, or they want medicine, or they want something else. So you follow the same guideline, the way Shreya have done for surgery. You just go the same way for that one, like your respective subject that you want to opt. But the best mind map that you are getting from this session is that you have to know the information from the respective colleges. So I think that's enough. And I know there will be some doubt regarding this choice filling and some registration process. And it does actually changeable. So that technical doubts we can't solve. We are here to give the mind map to you so that you can have the best of choice filling. So I think that's all. Sir, you can conclude the session.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Shreya, for your insights to all our participants on how to, and those of them who had attended your previous webinar also, they might have done their homework till now. If at all they have not done it, they can do it very rapidly. And I think they will be greatly benefited by the insights you have provided. Thank you very much for being with us. And thank you
Thank
all the
you.
participants to being for participating in this event. I wish you all a successful career, and I wish all of you get your dreams come true. All the best. Thank you very much for being with us. Thank you, Dr. Shreya. Thank you, Dr. Gaurav. Thank you, everyone, for being with us this evening for a very long, exhaustive interaction. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.